Stillwater's Morning Scramble and Kyle Wray, Vice President of Oklahoma State University. You're not clashing like our last guest, like Scott Petty did.
I don't think I have any pants like that, but if I did, maybe I'd wear
I don't think anybody has pants like that.
them.
It's Clash Day at Stillwater Medical, a mismatch day is what they call it.
Right.
And he had these bright orange or red pants that he said when he bought them, he thought that with the lighting and everything, he thought they were orange, and they were not. And so on mismatch day, you were. But you had a suggestion for him.
Yeah, I said just wash them a few times, and they'll fade out to a nice shade of orange.
You understand color schemes pretty well. I mean, the way colors work. Even I bet we've never discussed this, but and it's changed in recent years. But you remember when our orange on the big screens always looked red?
Yes.
Drove everybody, including you and me, probably crazy because that's the last color you want to see up there here.
Right.
And that's just the way that worked. So that's hard to differentiate, isn't it?
It is,
and with the lighting and stuff,
and especially with screens and pixelization and those kind of things, is what will happen with colors and coloration on film is a whole other issue that we work with as we do public service announcements or 30-second spots, and there's a process that you can utilize that makes sure that the colors really jump off the screen at you. It's more expensive, but
it's
your
worth
spot
it
looks
though.
better. A while ago, as in maybe some months back, I was out of state at a place where I love vests. I'm a vest guy.
Right.
And so I found I think it was a North Face vest, and it was the perfect shade of orange. It was that bright orange, and I thought, I'm buying this. So I buy it, and I'm walking out to the car, and I open up the bag. Once I get outside, I open up the bag. It's as red can be.
Wow.
And I said,
just the different lighting?
It was the lighting in the infrared or whatever it was, the lighting in the store, it looked bright orange. I turned around, walked right back in, and had to change it out for, I think I got a black one because it was not, and I said, can't do this. Why not? And then we had a story. He goes, oh, I know Oklahoma State. So, so anyway, ended up with a black vest instead of a red one.
I have trouble with with shirts black and blue. You know, you walk outside and you go, "This is a blue shirt. I didn't know that. It can't be bright blue, but it'd be like a deep navy blue or something like that. It looked black with the house lighting, and you walk out and you go, that's not the color of shirt this is.
That's right.
So same type of thing.
Yeah.
There's our color coordination talk for the day.
There you go.
So you've been busy, I bet.
We have. It's been another really busy week. In reference to enrollment management and just the business of Oklahoma State University, getting information out, making decisions on what the future here of late spring, early summer looks like, with the potential for having employees back in offices and those kind of things. And I expect we'll have some news about that coming out extremely soon, maybe before the day is over. And
so we need to look for a statement then.
Absolutely. And I know that the president has cut a video about us being open in the fall, so we're going to push information out about that. But we have today a town hall, a virtual town hall via Zoom. 1,100 people have signed up for it. That's a lot of parents. You would expect that, right? This is for prospective students and their parents. So a total of 1,100 people have signed up. It happens today at 3 o'clock. And so many of you listening will have heard, will have relatives that have heard about this and will be attending that. And it is to answer questions, essentially.
So there will be Q&A on this town hall.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
I guess that's what a town hall really is.
We'll control that through, you can send in your questions to one particular area, and then they'll get those questions to the panel. But we hope to answer a lot of those questions before the questions even begin, because we know primarily what they are. We've done some polling to find out the primary questions that that students and their parents have. And so we hope to address those before the questions even start.
What's the most popular question?
Are you going to be open in the fall? Right? And so I can tell you the answer to that question is yes. We're going to be open in the fall.
And they mean open by, are you going to be on campus teaching live, not online?
That's correct. And so that is the plan. We have been working on that for some weeks now, and we wanted to be sure. we've not come out and said anything over the last
Right.
10 to 14 days about online education in the fall. That was not Oklahoma State University that said that. And so we've been relying on the medical professionals and the scientists and the folks from the governor's office to tell us sort of what the plans are and to follow those and to make our plans on top of the information we get from those folks. And every day that goes by now, we're seeing, of course, numbers go down. The state of Oklahoma has been, the numbers in the state have been low anyway. I mean, you take a look at our numbers versus those other areas that are out there, certainly the ones that are hot spots. And then you look at Payne County and Stillwater and see it's even less. And so Payne County and Stillwater is a really safe place to be relative to other parts of the state, closer to Oklahoma City, closer to the city of Tulsa. And so building on that and looking at the opportunity for us to have our students back and what that means to OSU and to them, those students, especially the ones, all of them really, but first-time freshmen are I'm going to give a speech, lead into this town hall and talk about, seniors in the state of Oklahoma and all across the country have had a difficult time. No prom, there's no graduation. It's pass fail versus grades you could have gotten, would have gotten, recognition for that, etc. And so getting back to normalcy is important. And I know that you've had the mayor on, and we've heard what the governor's had to say, and all the leaders for different entities across the state are trying to work together to bring things back to normal, but in a way that's safe for everyone.
We were talking when the mayor was on yesterday about you can tie, especially if you're a big sports fan, everything to sports. And if you sit in the crowd at Boone Pickens Stadium, everybody there is wanting the same conclusion. We all want to win and be in the end zone, right? But when you listen to all the different ideas, they're all different.
Right.
Throw the ball, pass the ball, kick it, go for it. But ultimately, they all want the same outcome. But how do you get there?
Right.
And that's kind of where we are in every aspect of the state, right?
Well, it's a great analogy, and we can stay with that and talk about the fact that coming back this year, we have some real superstars. I mean, you've got a running back that's the best in the country. You've got a budding quarterback that's returning, and a wide receiver who is great and had an injury and is on the comeback trail, right? And then you have some unprovens, and so that's going to be exciting. We have some of the most recognized and some of the best leaders in the state and the country at the helm in terms of leading Oklahoma State University and OSU medicine, for that matter, helping the state of Oklahoma. Dr. Casey Schrum and her team with OSU medicine, Dr. Kenneth Sewell and our team of researchers at OSU here in Stillwater, all of those people who are manning our labs. We were the first research institution in the state to analyze COVID-19 tests. We have partnered with Rutgers University in new technology that allows you to spit into a tube as opposed to being swabbed. And the reason that's important is because the swabs aren't readily available. They've run out of them. And what's neat about it is you use the same technology to analyze the tubes as you do the swabs. And so the tubes are there for us, and it's going to really speed up at least on the front end in terms of gathering tests. It's going to speed that up, and so OSU is leading the way in the state.
So
of Oklahoma.
was that developed here at OSU?
It was developed in
That's
partnership with Rutgers and Oklahoma State University.
Anytime that you use your brain and keep from poking your brain with a swab,
There you
I'm
go.
for that.
Yeah.
Because it looked pretty painful. So
Right.
can I ask you if you've had a test?
I have not.
So
But that will change soon, I'm sure, as we look at procedures and protocol for coming back onto campus and those kind of things. So the point is, we can be proud once again of a great land grant institution, Oklahoma State University, that is dedicated to service and helping people. That is our mission. And once again, our professionals have come through with flying orange colors.
yeah, you guys have put together, I call them PSAs. I don't know what you call them, but and you're a part of it. You're on that video, and it seems like it's close to 2 minutes long. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the folks you've been talking about are on that, and I thought it was just terrific.
Yeah.
So, and it's a branding type thing, but it
Mm-hmm.
also gets out a unifying message.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you're going to see more of those kind of things over the next 3 to 4 months. We are putting together a plan that a brand management plan that will really show our fans, the supporters of Oklahoma State University, the people of the state of Oklahoma, that OSU has been a leader in this trying time, and that's what people look to in times of difficulty. Are institutions and people who will stand up and lead.
And marketing is marketing and branding, and everything's under your umbrella, I think, sort of. But I know that you're always going to get some pushback or somebody that doesn't like it. But I thought it was a great commercial run I don't know how long ago it was, 3, 4, 5 years. You know the year probably. But there was a young lady with a violin on it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was awesome. And you see some that go, why are we putting a fiddle player on our?
Right.
That's not what we are. It's a football commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're reaching a broad audience and showing what a holistic approach to education and all the aspects of OSU on those. And that's the message, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely it is. And just so I've been doing that for 25 years, and the one certainty when you begin to put together a 30-second PSA is you're not going to make everybody happy, right? Because there are going to be some people say, oh, it should just be about sports. And then the people that are not about sports say, well, no, it's not. It shouldn't be. It's broader than that. If you focus on music, or you focus on something in the arts, or just academics, or whatever, you're going to push away. Or if you focus on one college more than another, and so people get upset about those things. But you try the best you can to promote the institution. And here's the simple fact of the matter, and it's not simple. There are so many great things happening at Oklahoma State University that you can't capture them all in a 30-second spot. That's it. If you captured everything that was happening fantastically at Oklahoma State, you'd have to have an hour-long PSA.
Yeah, you would. Hey, you ready to go to the phones?
You bet.
Kyle Wray, Vice President of Oklahoma State, is in as always on Friday, and you're on Stillwater's Morning Scramble. Hi.
Morning, Stephen. Kyle.
Morning to you.
Steve, you will remember that girl that played the fiddle because she played at the state fairgrounds. She's from Okarche.
That's the Okarche girl?
Yes, sir.
I introduced her several times then.
Yes.
No,
that's who it was.
I didn't know that. Do you know who we're talking about?
I don't.
Kyle? And she was also a starting guard because she played the violin before and did the national anthem. It was beautiful. I mean, it gave you chills because it was different.
Absolutely.
And so, and I get to introduce her, and you talk to him about going out there, and she's in her uniform, and then she goes out, and then the last time I think she's done it 3 or 4 times, but then she just it really did. It put chills down your back, and then they have the tip off goes down. She knocks down a 3, and
nice.
It's like, what a young lady,
multi-talented.
She was, and then she went to Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, just a little FYI there.
Hey, that's anything. Are you from Okarche?
No.
Oh.
But I'm a referee that used to talk to you a lot.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
All right. Take care, gentlemen.
Hey, I appreciate it. So
you bet. Bye-bye.
There you go. There's a referee.
There you go.
They used to talk to me a lot, I guess. I had to find out who I was talking to. But no, I do know that young lady because there's 2 or 3 that really stand out. And when they go out there in their uniform and then they play, and it was beautiful, and you just go, wow, to have talent. Yeah. And then she hit a 3, and it was like, no, that's cool.
Good for
I can't
her.
hardly do either one of those. Anything else in this opening segment?
No, I think that's it. We can certainly visit about some things on the horizon. It appears that Major League Baseball has a plan. I saw a commissioner of Major League Baseball, and I even saw an agent the other day that talked on ESPN that talked about a way for Major League Baseball to sort of do a litmus test for at least playing some games, not in their own division, but getting some games out there to try to see if they can do it in such a way that's safe for everybody.
Yeah, we'll dive into some of the sporting aspects here coming up here.